Junkin' Fool over here in Porterville. So today's project, that was yesterday and today's project. This is I don't know what they call it, evaporator for propane. This is the propane tank I put on here 5-6 years ago. Bunch of junkyard stuff I went around the field off a forklift, but this goes on here like that. Bolt runs through there. This in here goes under the radiator hose. It's really dirty in there and needs flush bad. And then this end here goes like this. But anyway, this started leaking propane. And I pulled it apart and it was so rusty in there. Little regulator turns the propane on and off. I just got a full tank of propane too. So, this here, I looked on eBay, I couldn't find nothing even similar to that. Got a couple other parts that ain't out here. So I put a carburetor on it. And it'll actually come off that. Oh, it got a little gas drip there. Well, that's a good spot to be leaking. So I had this carburetor apart 3 or 4 times. And I just did my regular, stuck a gas tank on there, so I'm going to put a old snowmobile tank with a shut off and a filter in it. And I got a Ford filter here. So anyway, I'm going to see if this thing will fire up. As soon as I find a key. There's my key. Let's tighten this up a little bit. So we're having a yard sale. We haven't had any luck. Been just a handful of people stopping, and that's unusual. I think they're doing some construction down on the highway and everybody's going a different way. I'm going to redo that. That was just a temporary thing. Hey, it looks like it's leaking. Is that coming out of there too? Maybe it's just running on that hose. Anyway, I'm going to see if this will start up. It's one of them projects I've been working on off and on. Now I need to get it running so I can get the motor out of this one, and I got it setting up against it, so I really can't just even move it too easy. So seeing that's dripping, I'm going to lower this gas tank. I just filled this tank up. I don't really have anything else that runs off of this kind of propane other than like a torch, and that's a different kind of tank setup. So I'm going to lower the float here. Set it against that high exhaust. I don't mind redoing it now that I got it running. Yeah, I had this carburetor. It was the worst one I've ever seen. I had it off there 4 or 5 times, cleaning it. And this is the old propane carburetor. There ain't nothing wrong with the carburetor. It's just that other piece, and I couldn't find one. So I'm gonna have to redo that hose there. Put it down. That's tomorrow's project. I'm going to take this off and mount a tank on the back here. It's probably 4 or 5 gallons. This is plenty. Get the hose on there, make a different radiator hose setup. Get some water in there because I want to flush that before I put antifreeze in there. I want to pull this motor out, and I got to move some stuff. And So at least I got it accomplished. 2 days off and on working on a little here and there, but the other one had a spacer. This one didn't have it. That went on there. But yeah, if I could find this, come across it, I think the rust might actually plugged it up and put a hole in the diaphragm. I turn the gas on, you hit the little power switch, and it would squirt the propane, liquid propane, right out of there. Some of our yard sale stuff. This is the one I stole the carburetor off of. The magneto wasn't getting no spark, and there's a little fiber gear in there. I broke it trying to hook it to a drill to spin it over, and I thought, well, for temporarily, I'm going to steal that carburetor, and it bolted right on there. The line was a little different, but I'll get back to that. I think I know there's the other one still got the parts I'm missing, so I'm glad I come out and seen that gas dripping. Trying to find a different stuff without going to the hardware, and just wanted to see if it was going to run. It sounded like it'll run alright. It needs a good tune-up. Probably needs the carburetor set a little bit, but it'll run and move. I have run this with just a little gas tank in the other motor. Change the motor, and don't run very long with that, so I'm going to put a 4 or 5 gallon one on there. Get that motor out of there. I think I found the part that I needed. Usually I let this cool down a little bit. It's supposed to rain. It's my hood for right now. I got all the metal and stuff floating around here. I'm going to get all that put on, but so junk and fools over here messing with the forklift over here to Porterville. Got to figure out something for a breather. I might even have one of them out back, but I know I got another forklift I stripped down. And the problem is my extra parts, and I don't believe I had the same type of dryer or whatever they call that thing. I think the other ones I got all go into the heater hoses. But I believe my excess parts are under some of this hoard here. There's a counterweight for that forklift. Don't really need it. I'm going to put it on there. There's some of the hoods and different stuff. I've stripped down at least 2 of these, so some of these go to that, and may not be too bad getting in there. There's a breather right in there somewhere. I think there might actually be one on the other side. Then I was up in the loft up there and dug down and got some of this stuff here I was going to put on my big truck years ago to convert it to propane. I got a hook for this loft to get stuff out of the attic up there. There's some hoses and stuff that goes with this too. Can't remember exactly how that goes. It goes into your heating. I think it's the warm, once your motor warms up, it helps the propane work better. So this is something I bought for the big truck out back, and it goes right over the top of your 4-barrel carburetor. And you start it on gas, and there's a little lever here you switch, almost like the old style choke, and it starts running propane. I've got the whole setup. I got one of the solenoids on that thing over there, but I'm going to get the name brand of that and the rest of it together and put that on a computer. I ain't going to never do nothing with it, and they're pretty expensive. They run a lot of this stuff in off-road vehicles, so they don't have loose gas spraying. If they flip it over, they don't require a fuel pump. Propane is actually one of the cleanest burning fuels there is. You get something that's been running on propane, and it's always super clean, your pistons and your rings, and like the Swanson's ice cream truck, they're really supposed to be nice setups. That was actually set up for gas, this motor, when I bought it off of eBay. But the fuel tank was dirty and I didn't have a fuel pump, so that's why I changed it to propane. But I'll be alright just doing the gravity feed, it'll run fine. Anyway, thought I'd do a video and do some yapping. Junk and fool over here in Porterville. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Thumbs up, subscribe. Tell me about some of your projects, or better yet, show me on a video. Have a great day. Goodbye.